You know how when you're driving through the mountains and you see a big rock face? You think to yourself, I wonder if anything could possibly live up there. Then you continue on your way and don't give it another thought. But there are actually animals that make their homes on those seemingly uninhabitable rock faces. Take the Ibex, for example, a wild goat that lives in the mountainous regions of Europe and Asia. These goats are well adapted to life in the mountains. Thanks to their sure-footedness, agility, and the ability to jump really far, they can literally leap over a 2-meter-high wall while running at a full sprint. And that's not even their most impressive adaptation. It's this. Their fur has 2 layers. The outer layer consists of longer, coarser hairs that shed water, and the inner layer is made up of short, soft, downy hairs that provide warmth. In the winter, they also have a special reflective coating on their skin called guanine, which helps to keep them warm by reflecting heat from their bodies back at them. That's like having your own personal little space blanket. Just imagine being able to stay warm by just existing. No fires, no shelter, no warm sweaters. You just exist and you're warm. That would make life in an igloo a lot less appealing. Their hooves are also pretty special. They have 2 toes, each tipped with a hard, sharp claw. These are great for gripping onto rock faces and allow the ibex to move around with ease on the most treacherous of terrains. Plus, their padded feet help to protect them from injury while they're scaling those rocks. And their bodies are built for leaping. Their legs are long and powerful, and their bodies are relatively lightweight for their size. All of this makes them superbly adapted for life in the mountains. They mainly eat plants, including grasses, herbs, and shrubs, but will also consume small animals like rodents and birds' eggs if they can catch them. They're pretty good at catching things, even if they're moving targets. One study found that ibex are capable of jumping 3 meters horizontally and 1 meter vertically, which is enough to reach speeds of up to 56 kilometers per hour. So they can cover a lot of ground in a very short amount of time. And when it comes to climbing sheer rock faces, they've got some serious skills. They use a combination of their sharp hooves, strong legs, and flexible bodies to scale the most daunting of rock faces with ease. In fact, there's a traditional saying in the Alps that goes, when the ibex can no longer climb, then it is time to pull down the shutters. That's how good they are at climbing. Their agility and sure-footedness really is something to behold. They can navigate narrow ledges with grace and make what seems to be impossible leaps across gaps in the rocks. It's like watching a real-life mountain goat version of Spider-Man. But these guys aren't just great at climbing up mountains. They're also excellent at descending them. They use the same techniques they use for climbing, but in reverse, carefully picking their way down the rock face, making sure to keep their center of gravity over their feet to prevent slipping. Their agility and sure-footedness are truly amazing to behold. It's like watching a real-life mountain goat version of Free Solo. Despite their impressive skills, the ibex isn't invincible. It can be killed by falling, which is actually one of the leading causes of death for these animals. When they're out looking for food or just traveling around, sometimes they can slip and fall, especially during the winter when the rocks are covered in snow and ice. This can make it difficult for them to get a good grip on the rock face and can lead to a fatal fall. So yeah, that's how ibex survive in the mountains. They're basically the goats that could, the James Bond of the goat world. And hey, if you like learning about stuff like this, then be sure to stay tuned because knowledge is power, and I want to help you become the most powerful person you can be.